can actually get paid to study in the UK. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If you are an aspirant who wants to study in the UK or you have seen this video right here, you already know that higher education in the UK is not exactly affordable and can actually take a toll on your pocket. But what if I told you you can actually get paid to study in the UK? In today's video, we are talking about the Chevening scholarships that cover all your expenses of studying in the UK, like your tuition fees, your travel fares, and the cost of living. So without wasting any time, let's get on with today's video. Hit the notification bell to never miss a video from Foreign Admits. Starting off with what is the Chevening Scholarship? Chevening is the UK government's international scholarships program, funded by the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office and partner organisation. It is designed for aspirants who want to study in the UK for 1 year on a fully funded master's degree course. It covers the payment of your tuition fees, economy travel to and from your country of residence, an arrival allowance, the cost of one visa application for you, a departure allowance, a travel top-up allowance, a contribution of up to £75 for TB testing wherever it is necessary, a monthly allowance or stipend to cover your accommodation and living expenses. This depends on whether you're studying inside or outside London, and a travel grant to attend all Chevening events in the UK. There isn't a set amount that they offer. The amount that you'll get will be dependent on the aforementioned factors. Your tuition fees will change from university to university and course to course. Your living cost will also depend on which city you live in. There are a lot of benefits to being selected, including the fully funded tuition fees, access to some of the best quality education in the world, exclusive network opportunities, and a chance to explore the UK's diverse culture. In the year 2021-22, 1,500 Chevening scholarships were awarded to international students. The process of selecting Chevening scholars takes a minimum of 8 months from the application deadline to when the applicants are conditionally selected for the award. In the case of scholarships and awards, the earlier you apply, the better chances you have. To be eligible for Chevening scholarships, you must be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country or territory, return to your country for a minimum of 2 years after your award has ended, have completed all components of an undergraduate degree that enables you to gain entry into a postgraduate course at a UK university by the time you send in your application, have 2 years of work experience equivalent to 2,800 hours, apply to 3 different eligible UK university courses and have an unconditional offer from at least one of them by mid-July. The exact dates are always mentioned on their website. Now let's see who are not eligible for this scholarship. You are not eligible for the Chevening scholarship if you hold a British or dual British citizenship, unless you are a citizen of the British Overseas Territory or hold a BNO and are applying from Hong Kong. Hold refugee status in a non-Chevening eligible country. Applicants who are citizens of Chevening eligible country and hold a refugee status in the Chevening eligible country are eligible for the scholarship, are an employee, former employee or relative of an employee of Her Majesty's government, or have been within the past 2 years from the opening of Chevening applications, the British Council, a sponsoring UK university, or staff member of the Association of the Commonwealth Universities. Employee, former employee or relative of an employee of Chevening Partner Organisation are eligible to apply, but if the employment took place within the last 2 years, they cannot receive Chevening Partner Award from the organisation from which they work, previously worked, or are affiliated to through relatives. Have previously studied in the UK with funding from a UK government funded scholarship. Having a master's degree does not prevent you from applying for the Chevening Award to study a second master's in the UK, as long as you can explain why it will help you fulfill your career plans to influence a positive change in your home country. Now let's look at what is the timeline of these scholarships. Applications usually begin in the beginning of August and go on till the beginning of November. So you get 3 months to apply for these scholarships. But of course, the earlier you apply, the better. After that, the applications are sifted according to the eligibility criteria. From mid-November to December, a reading committee is set to assess all eligible applications, and their rankings and scores are then sent to the local British embassies or high commissions. Once the embassies or high commissions review the applications, they send back shortlisted candidates that they want to invite for an interview. This usually happens around early to mid-February. From February to April, the shortlisted candidates are given time to submit their references and their education documents before their interview. From February end to April end, interviews simultaneously take place where candidates across the world are interviewed at the British embassies and high commissions. The results are usually announced around June, where the strongest candidates are selected for the award. Around the middle of July, you can check out the exact date right here, is the deadline to produce at least one unconditional offer from a UK university. Conditional offers will only be accepted if the only outstanding condition is financial, that is, the payment of your deposit. Finally, you will be starting your studies in September or October whenever your course starts. Applications for India for 2023-24 will open on 3rd August 2022 and close on 1st November 2022. So by the time you guys will be seeing this video, the applications will have already opened up, so you need to hurry. The application process of Chevening Scholarships is quite simple. Apply for the desired master's program at any UK university. You can apply to 3 UK universities covered under the Chevening program. Apply for the Chevening UK scholarships through the online application system. Answer all the questions. Submit the required student supporting documents in JPG, PNG or PDF formats. The document size should not exceed 5 MB. Before attending the interview, you have to upload the following documents to the online Chevening application system: education documents, copies of all certificates and or transcripts, a short biography about you, 2 reference letters, and your passport or national ID that you will also have to bring to the interview. As we talked in the eligibility criteria, you need to select 3 different eligible master's courses in the UK universities. These can be 3 different programs under the same university or 3 similar programs at up to 3 different universities. You need to select 3 courses so that if for some reasons you don't get a place in the first course, you still have alternate options. You need to select these 3 courses very carefully, as you will not be able to change these after submitting your applications. So make sure to put enough research and thought into selecting these. If you do want to change the courses, however, you will need to seek prior permission. You need to select these 3 courses and then apply to them directly through universities. It is recommended that you select 3 similar courses at different universities to increase the likelihood of your selection. It is not necessary for all 3 courses to be exactly the same, but they should be similar and be aligned with your future goals and career aspirations. The criteria for eligible courses are that they should start in the autumn term, should be a taught master's and not a research-focused program, lead to a master's degree qualification, and be based in the UK. Your courses cannot be part-time, distance learning, less than 9 months, more than 12 months, PhD or DPhil, or taught with more than 1 month outside of the UK. Any course that you take up in the UK has to be a taught master's except for postgraduate diploma in diplomatic studies at Oxford University. This is the only PG diploma that you are allowed to pursue in the Chevening scholarships. There are also some limitations as well. For example, there is a fee cap on MBA programs. So if the cost of your MBA program goes over £22,000, you will have to bear the additional cost. Also, if your university has a campus in London and you want to pursue a course there, it will only be accepted if the main campus of the university does not have the program that you applied to. You can find which courses are eligible for the Chevening scholarships right here, and we'll also make sure to link it down in the description box below. scholarships require applicants to have at least 2 years of work experience. You must meet this criteria before submitting your application. The types of work experiences that are eligible are full-time employment, part-time employment, voluntary work, and paid or unpaid internships. Work experience can be completed before, during, or after graduating from your undergraduate studies. However, any mandatory work experience that counted towards your undergraduate or postgraduate degrees will not be considered. You can submit up to 15 different employment periods to meet this requirement. You should have 2 years worth of work experience equivalent to 2,800 hours. A working week comprises of 30 to 60 working hours, and a work year comprises of 40 to 50 working weeks. Work experience from any field is acceptable, but if your course choices are different from your work experience, you will need to give a small explanation for the career change. You are not required to produce any documents to prove your work experience, for example, payslips or letters or certificates, but you will be asked questions about it during your interview. You are required to submit 2 reference letters for your Chevening scholarships. It is your responsibility to collect and upload the reference letters on the behalf of your referees. The British Embassy or High Commissions may contact your referees at a later stage. You can also be asked to bring the original hard copies of these reference letters for your interview. Select your referees with great care and consideration. You should have known the referees academically or professionally, but they shouldn't be your close friends or relatives. But at the same time, they should be able to vouch for you. Your references need to be in the English language, and if you have a reference in another language, you need to upload a notarized translation in English along with the original copy. Make sure to put both of these in a single file. There are some instructions that Chevening gives for its references. Make sure to select your referees in advance and give them enough time to write a reference letter based on these instructions. You can find the guidelines right here, and we'll also make sure to link it down in the description box below. Let's answer some of the most frequently asked questions about the Chevening Scholarship. Can I stay in the UK or apply for the graduation immigration route? Unfortunately, you cannot apply for the graduation immigration route or stay back in the UK after the completion of your course. All Chevening scholars are required to return back to their home country for at least 2 years after their course gets completed. When should I submit the references? You should supply the contact details of the referees at the time of submitting your applications, and if your application is progressed, you should upload the reference letters before your interview. What happened to the Chevening's English language requirement? Before 2020, when applying for Chevening scholarships, you had to meet these English requirements. However, in 2020, it was removed. But you still need to meet the individual language requirements for the universities that you are applying to. What is a reserve candidate? A reserve candidate is an applicant who may be able to receive the award in a circumstance when another applicant either withdraws or further funding becomes available. It cannot be guaranteed whether a reserve candidate will get the award. And that is all about the Chevening scholarships. I hope you found this information extremely helpful, and if you did, then give us a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. Comment down below whether you would be applying for these scholarships or not. And lastly, subscribe to Foreign Admits and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any such updates. And I'll see you guys in the next video.